Hello, my name is Dermot Davern, and together with my partner Scott Crowley, I want to give you a brief introduction to the concept of system decomposition for our paired project in systems analysis. So, what is system decomposition? Well, simply put, it's a concept of taking a large, complicated system and breaking it down to its fundamental constituent parts. So you take the vast system as a whole, break it down into subsystems, break that down into sub-functions, and then break that down into some parts. And this is very important because it helps in minimizing the errors and it helps us analyze particular functions, which in general helps us to prevent endemic problems in the future, which would normally lead to a rewrite of the system. So, as I've explained, you have your overall system, your subsystems, your sub-attributes, and your sub-indicators. And the indicator, think of that as the building block, the fundamental unit that you build everything else off of. So, we have not got that much time, so I'll briefly go into what functional decomposition is. And that's firstly the major services or functions in the application domain or system are identified. So you identify the key components, and then every task or part is broken down into smaller tasks or parts. And so you, again, like I said, you want to get this granular, almost building block view of the greater system as a whole. So yeah, at the top you have a general function of what is to be done by the system. On the second level, the major functions that have to be satisfied, and then each function is broken down into its constituent parts or sub-functions to the point of basic functionality is achieved. It's useful with systems that have individual activities or systems that are useful for managing functions or recognizing overlap and analyzing to see if anything is left out. So again, it's a very useful tool to make a very complicated problem very simple. Got much time, so I'll briefly give you an example of what this may look like. In a hotel system, you may have various subsystems like reserving rooms, reserving services, or managing the check-in work time. And then you break down one of those subsystems, like say reserving rooms, into logging on, checking availability, checking promotion, and recording reservation. Now, unfortunately, I've gone over time, so I can't really go into any further detail about any of these things, but hopefully this has been a very brief yet thorough introduction to subsystems and system decomposition.